Hellos. I was jumping in as a quick random game on, and as you can see, there's a couple of Chinese players on here. It's Chinese. It's a New Year's Eve in the lunar calendar now, so yeah, seems appropriate. And we've got a 3v3, and we've got a couple of. Is it just one of the new divisions? Yeah, just one of the new divisions, but they're both the Romanians are down in the south. It looks like. So we're going to have some Romanian on Romanian action. Should be interesting. So it's a 5th Cav up against the, what is it? Corporal 6 Territorial, which is one of the interesting divisions. Got a mix of the Soviets, the most interesting of the Romanian ones, I would say. Early off map coming in down there. As in the centre, we've got, who are these? We've got 15th Infantry Scots coming in for the Allies, and he's going to be up against Pighead. How do you say it? Panzerverband Strakvitz. And other Chinese guy up in the north, Canadians up against the 78th Sturm. So tough fights all around. The 78th Sturm, I'd say, have the edge in the north. In the centre, could kind of go either way. I would kind of favour the Allies if they get into the right positions quickly enough and get enough Churchills up there. In the south, no idea. 5th Cav definitely has the advantage early on, and this off map is going to help a great deal. But I think Corporal, the longer it goes on, the better they're going to be. Because they're bringing out the T-3485s. Right down in the far south, nothing much going on here. Just a Breda, Kalisari. It's to spot out the ZB-53, but that's going to get wiped. The Kalisari cannot get close enough. It looks like the IAI is coming in as well. I've got 155 milli RT on the map. I assume that was just bombing back here. Did it take something out or not? I'm not sure. Oh. Alright, yeah, I did turn the... Just checking out my mic on. So Scots got onto the hill here. Good positions have, very important on this map. They gained another flag in the back here. But elsewhere, they seem to be losing out in the town. As expected here, 78th Sturm holding us down. Got Sturmschützen, Beglite, Pioneers in here. More Sturmschützen. Really solid front line. Dropping off maps on a reinforcement road. If that's on a long duration, that will be really, really annoying for the Canadians. They have their own off maps aplenty, so maybe someone will be coming in shortly. Got Churchill 5 in here. HE support. Looks like he's going to lay down some fire into the town if possible. But if that pack pokes its nose away off the hill, then may cause some problems. Oh, nice run from a little bomber plane there. Are these the recon? Are they the ones who are off map as well, or is that just in Toulon? I'm not entirely sure. 5th Cav, they are pushing through the town, definitely with an early advantage there. T-70s coming in. This is the only piece of armour that you get for Corporal 6 in A phase. As soon as B phase hits though, I think 5th Cav are going to be really struggling. They're going to have to really make a really solid defensive line in this town, and get a couple of Rositas into this forested area. Then they might be able to hold off the T-3485s. Surprising position for a sniper here. I'm not sure what is this map. I think this is a. Let me just check. Yeah, I think this is actually a dedicated 3v3 map. 4v4 does go further over to here. There is a Rosita on the road, but it's quickly being bombed. Not sure what that was by. It must be by the OB. Is it M1917? The 155mm. I'm not sure how well this does. 3 rounds per minute, not the fastest firing, but when it hits, it does a big boom. An anti-tank plane in A against Corporal 6, not a good idea. Kind of pointless. But again, these are new divisions, so maybe this guy doesn't quite know what they've got. Big Light Grenadier coming in as well now. Where are they going? Straight into the town and unloading into the forest. But Axis, like, even though 15 Scots have got the hill, a pretty dominant position on the hill, they're not gaining this flag. The Tiger here. There's a MG42s. There's a Pack 40 covering on the path into the town there. But yeah, I'm not sure what the 15 Scots are thinking here. Alright, they spotted the MG in the town at least, so they should get rid of that. But it looks like these Panzergrenz are going to hold the flag no matter what. Just need some kind of support guns up here, some AT weaponry up onto this hill. And maybe that's what the 17 pounders coming to here. That surprises me. I'd expect them to get AT weapons up onto the hill as soon as possible. Just pop them out of cover, get rid of this armour, no problem. We've got Churchill 6s coming in, decent weapons. Honey Stews looking to come onto the hill to help support here. Rifles Piat will and the defence group together will do some decent work against the Panzergrenz. It's a case of whether we can suppress them quick enough. I think they can, but the half-track's coming in to support. That might save the Panzergren unit here. Honey Stew should mop up though. And there's more Piats coming in. Assault Pioneers coming in, being cautious, coming through this area, which makes sense because quite often this road gets covered quite quickly by AT weaponry. But it would need about 2k range to hit over here. But it would be risky. It's like you can kind of risk bringing it up the hill, then around like this, then through here, and then up. Right, further in the north, 78th Sturm still holding on nicely. We're going to need to see some off-map coming out from the side of the Canadians here to get these guys out of the town. At the moment, the only off-map coming out is from the Axis side. Mortar fire coming down. It will hold them off for a little bit. If you can just hold them off long enough and then drop his off-maps once he gets them. I'm assuming he's got them in B phase. Slowly being thinned out on the hill here. But it looks like he might actually finally get hold of its flag now. So it takes it to a 13-15 now. So they're still on a single tick. Down in the south, 5th Cav still pushing in there, doing decent damage. Some small attempts being made in the south. The 2 flags could be lost there quite quickly if he's not careful. He's bringing out packs over here. I guess he's going to be dealing with these Lukes. Another RTP's coming into play as well. The big boom stopped firing for some reason. Looks like he's just repositioning and getting ready for a counter battery over here. Going for the MG gun. Barely holding onto his flank. Oh, he's flipped back now. Yeah, Rifles Piat were pushed out of that position. Churchill 6s. Oh, was it Churchill 5 and a Churchill 6? Yeah, nice combo. Churchill 5 can one-shot a lot of this equipment on the hill. It's got great HE damage. Yeah, but it's very sensible move here. Back it off. There's no need to engage here when he can't see anything. I guess he'll off a 17-pounder somewhere just on the edge of the hill. The MGs deal with it very quickly, I imagine. Probably needs to get some mortars out here. Oh, here's a 17-pounder. I'm not sure if it's the same one or a different one. It's definitely more sensible putting it on the hill. 5th Cav still pushing for this flag. Looks like they might get it any second. And allies are being double ticked now. Lost the flag in the south. Packs being brought in. Don't think it's going to be enough though. The Potez, the new derpy looking bomber. Doesn't have much of a kick in it. I think they've just got 50 kilo bombs. Unless this is a slightly better one. Oh, it's a 100 kilo bomb one. Yeah, fair enough. One of them is worth taking and this is the one. 25 pounders out now, 15 Scots. And I'm not, where was he pounding away here? Yeah, dealing with the AT weapons. Should really be going for the SMGs, I'd say. 17 pounder still waiting to get onto the hill somewhere. He's losing his position on the hill very, very slowly. On to 1810 now. Sluke should go down to the pack. There's another pack coming in just in case that one doesn't deal with it. Gets a bailout, nice. And we see first T-34-85 1944 version onto the map. And he's bringing them in around this area, which is not a bad idea. Should be able to mop up any armour in this area. Not that there is any at the moment. Just going to need some AA cover. He's got a couple of Hotchkisses back here, the Dubler, so that's good as well. This AT gun is probably not quite good enough. It's not quite got the range to do any harm to this thing. But yeah, in the south, we could see Corpel 6 definitely pushing into this area. If he realises how empty it is. If this pack gets taken out, if he sees the front line just collapse, then rushing in some units from there would be a good idea. In the meantime, 5th Cav are rushing on foot across the open ground. There's only 5 men and multi left in there. Rosita's coming in, needs to unload this. That will do some work on the on this infantry. Smoti alone will probably do some decent work if it can survive just about long enough. But it looks like he's lost so much equipment here. Unless he's just been investing purely into air. That's 1810 in the north. Looks like we've got our first Canadian off map coming in. Hopefully he doesn't get this sniped. He does lay down the first barrage here. There's so much equipment in here. It's going to get a lot of value from this, especially if he gets more charges off. 140mm too. No laughing matter. Looks like he's got enough units in to follow up if need be. If I was him, I'd be bringing in another off map as soon as possible. Sneaky approach by 15 Scots around here. Nice idea. But unfortunately they've been completely pushed off this hill. This is very, very bad for them indeed. It's going to need to get 17 pounders into these areas, and he needs to lay down some heavy, heavy fire onto this hill. If he loses both of these hills, it's pretty much game over for the whole team. T-34-85 backing off now. Seems to be overly scared of that plane. This AT gun down to the last hit point. This guy goes, it's going to completely collapse. So Stug has come into the centre, so it's a decent piece of armour in there. The Rosita, if he gets into side of the Rosita though, it's doomed. Absolutely doomed. Another Rosita coming in, which when it pops its nose out, should be able to lay down some decent fire. Possibly help cover over in this direction as well. Off map has come down, done a good amount of damage, but it's not really affected the front line too much. Has snuck a flag back. Moving up the Wolverine, but there's no infantry support in there just yet. Getting the stormtroopers up to it might be a good idea. Dropping another off map as soon as he can. Snipers, has he got actually, let's just wonder if he's got decent sight onto this or not. Still being double ticked. Halfway through phase B now. So the Commonwealth grind needs to start happening soon. Tiger up on the hill. It just doesn't fire and aim fast enough to get any shots off on these things. Kind of funny to watch. 17 pounder. Oh, he's going to get one of them? Nope. The 17 pounder, if he unloads it in a decent position, will be able to, he should unload it. Ooh, you can get this Tiger for sure. There's an attack beacon laid down, and I'm not sure who that's by. Probably the guy in the south, I think. Nope, that's by this side actually. It's not managed to get into the forest. There's more multi in here. These are the new units. Really, really strong. Excellent in CQC. And good at long range as well. Just all round solid unit. Nice position here. Artillery's battering down into the town now. And into this forest by the looks of it. And causing a lot of damage. Planes getting obliterated by the double Hotchkiss here. Yeah, very sensible. Got an attack move order, so they're not getting affected too much. I'm really surprised he hasn't pushed in the south at all. This T-34-85 has not been used in the slightest. Because he has the advantage now. He should start pushing it, I think. Right, 17-11. Might be leaving it too late. The rest of his team are not doing too smart. Things not looking good for him. A commander here in an extremely vulnerable position. Could be going down any second. Churchill 5, decent support weapon here. Nice HE fire on it. He's not got anything else really though. He has managed to get back onto this hill at least, so although he's lost this one, he's doubled down on this part. Churchill 6 as well. Decent position for that. Tiger's taking pot shots. This 17-pounder really needs to move up. Oh, it's actually firing down into the town. There's more off-map. Is that the same off-map card? He's bringing another one. But it's a second barrage coming out fairly soon. There's a good chance he can take these two flags. Stugs going down to the 17-pounder. If he repositions this, he can really get this Tiger. But I guess this is of more importance right now. If we can get rid of the Stugs that you can see, this could be really, really good for the Allies. They really need to make this happen now. Anyone rushing through? There's a Sherman coming in. The infantry is starting to advance. But the front line's mostly intact here. And reinforcements. Oh, we've got 3 Nebelwerfers. They're going to absolutely obliterate this, all the units here. But he's advancing them fast. They might have time to get out of the way of that. 17-pounder strafe down by the BF-109. Now Spitfire's having a go. And there is no AA. That is really surprising. Yeah, this Pack 40 is going to be gone. There's no AA out. That is unbelievable. Unless it was just defeated. Yep, more off-maps coming in. Sherman's been taken out. Nebelwerfer's doing their work. Perfect counter. Yeah, 78, they don't have any off-map, but they have these things. They're vicious. 150mm, not fantastic, but 3 of them in combination, really good. And the Werframmen's coming in as well now. So it's going to be really tough to get these out of this position. 25-pounders pounding away. Go back down further south. Same. Nothing else is happening here. Looks like he's moved around the T-34-85 into this position. The Stug has gone. Is that the Stug? Yeah, the Stug has been taken out at least. So now he has a dominant armor position here. Of course, 5th Cav have more Stugs, and they've got Rositas as well, but there's neither of them on the board at the moment. Now 16-12. There's only 6 minutes left though. It's going to be tough. And this is what the Allied units kind of do, the Commonwealth especially. It's that grind. The Canadian grind seems to be doing pretty well over here. Off maps are still coming down. He has gained a flag back now. But the Werframmen is going to lay down some heavy fire, destroy lots of things, I reckon. I think that off map's already been used, so it's not much of a loss. And it's a 203mm off map now. Is this the one which is falling down? Oh, these falling. This could be really, really bad for Axis if he gets both of these off in time. Nebelwerfer trying to deal with the artillery. It's a strange choice. Here it comes. Is there any... Got field engineers rushing in for some surrenders, possibly? Off-map's just dropping for days over there. Utter madness. And it looks like finally 5th Cav is being broken down. But might be a case of too little too late. 18-10 now, double ticked, 2 minutes till defeat. And he's still not taking advantage of the southern position here. It seems quite clear to me that there's nothing in this area, and he should know this by now. IL-4 coming in for a bombing runs. This should do good work of clearing out the town. Let's have a look at these off-maps dropping. And it's more off-maps, it's just off-map against off-map over here now. At least there's some AA on the side of Canadians. There's still none that I can see for the Axis in the north. And these Nebelwerfers might go down. He needs to push these forward quicker. There's not enough Shermans either. There's Firefly in here. Oh my god, this is just absolute bedlam. This is off-maps dropping constantly now. This is what it can get like in the grindy team games. Especially you play against Canadian or 15 Scots, but it doesn't appear that he's used any off-map on the 15 Scots. He's barely holding on here. I think it's going to completely collapse. The hills are going to be gone. The game's going to be... It's going to be the last nail in the coffin, I'd say. Alright, in the south, they've just gained the flag and they've just lost it equally as quickly here. Even if they get it back, I don't think it's going to be enough. They lost the one in the south as well. Still not taking advantage. Bombing runs are coming in, but bombing some snipers at this point in the game is not really going to do much. Churchill 5 on the hill, laying down some fire into the town by the looks of it. Will be an annoyance. And the off-map planes are coming in, and looks like that's it, this game. So pretty decisive victory from the Axis there. Yeah, 5th Cav definitely losing out the most. Made a hard push at the start, then just held on to it. Didn't really need to do much more than that, to be honest. They could afford to throw points away and just hold on. Yeah, even though Corporal 6 out-traded them quite heavily. Well, not heavily, but a decent amount. It's not... They just didn't take advantage of the situation they were in, unfortunately. Canadians trading okay. Scots trading terribly. Yeah, really not a good performance there. He got onto the hill really early, just didn't take advantage of the situation. Could have dropped in some AA up there, some mortars to help out. AT guns, even the smaller ones. What are they called? I don't know. What is it? 9-pounder? 6? I can't remember what it is, but not the 17-pounders anyway. But yeah, just didn't take advantage of his early position, unfortunately. Otherwise, I think they could have dealt with him. It's a matter of once you get in a position, you hold it. You get your support equipment in, get your Churchills there and thereabouts to get into good positions where they can fire. And then it's just a case of grinding it out with your cheap infantry forever and ever. Anyway, New Year's Eve game. And here we can see we've got a point of view of the 15th Scots. 17-pounders doing a bit. But yeah, you need a lot of these, and you need to take good care of them. He did have an off-map in here. Maybe that went to the north, actually, in the town. He was trying to help out his teammate. Alright, that's that. So, goodbyes.